Thanks so much, Jason, for taking the time. I know you're incredibly busy at this conference, and you were so fabulous last night in the concert. I was wondering, what do you see that your musical talents bring to the role of being a venture capitalist?
Well, I think if you're going to be a good musician, you have to be emotionally present. I think you have to be a little in touch with your feelings, otherwise you're going to come off as stiff. And I think having that self-awareness helps me look at other people and maybe help them through the issues. At the end of the day, startups are all about the people, right? The technology and all that stuff, you know, that's actually the job number 2. And so it's all about the people and knowing yourself well, and having been and run the gamut and written horrible love songs and written aggressive songs and whatnot, having that emotional connection to myself makes it easier to emotionally connect with the entrepreneurs.
And I guess would really build trust, I would imagine. That's my intuition.
Yeah, and I think entrepreneurs, they see me on stage, they're like, okay, he's not
ordinary.
right. He's just this normal dude out there making a fool of himself on the stage. Hey, he'd be a great board member.
So my next question, I wondered if you could talk a little bit about all these massive changes that are happening in the venture industry, and obviously the Jobs Act was one piece of that, but I feel like the whole industry is in transition. This conference obviously is a fabulous indicator of the possibilities, because obviously with change there's positives as well as the resistance and the difficulties. What's your advice to the venture industry at this point, moving forward, how we can transform the industry and make it even better?
Well, I think the fundamental change, and there's a lot of them, but the one is the democratization of being an entrepreneur. Okay. You don't have to be in the Silicon Valley and have to raise $5 million to start a company. 15 years ago, that was the paradigm. You had to be in Boston, Silicon Valley, $5 million. If you can't get there, that's your price of entry for playing the game.
Okay.
Gone, boom. Anybody can start a company anywhere. They can start with $50,000 from their parents, and they've got a company that's running. So the venture industry has had to adapt and react to that, both moving earlier and doing things of smaller size, spending a lot more time mentoring. That's what the office hours is about. You know, VCs are spending much more time just mentoring even people they'll never invest in, just because it's the right thing to do. And that was part of the idea of having entrepreneurs this year for the first time. So I think the way the industry is reinventing itself, if you will, is really understanding that the customer is the entrepreneur, not necessarily investor, right? Our clients are the investors, and obviously we need to make sure they get, you know, a good return on their investment, but the customer is the entrepreneur.
Fabulous. Well, I'm sure with people like yourself and Brad at the head of that spearhead of innovation, that things will go really well for the industry. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Great. Perfect. Thank you.